Well, hey Virgo, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Virgo, let's go ahead and get into the reading. I am shuffling. Oh, let's see. Let's see what we got here. You have Two of Swords, King of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. This is such a Virgo energy. And then Awakening. All right, let's talk about it. You had 4 cards that came out. Usually we do 4 cards, but these are rather large cards, so I can't put them down. And this is what it says. The first one, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Some of you guys are pretending that there is no situation, or you're overanalyzing a situation here. Now, all of these cards, we're going to talk about this when it comes down to business and romance. Let me tell you what this is with business. Business, there's going to be a decision, okay, dealing with either leaving your job, starting something new, adding a second source of income. It has to be something that deals with a choice, and those are the options that I'm seeing. And it definitely has something to do with multiple streams of income, working 2 jobs or having your own business. And so here with the Two of Swords, you want to be careful about the decision that you make. I definitely see that. I see that for some of you, this could be business partnerships, maybe breaking away from business partnerships or something like that, whether now or in the future. But you want to be careful about the decision. But it's Two of Swords, so you're thinking about it pretty hard here with the Two of Swords. That's kind of in harmony with the Nine of Swords that came out in the 3rd placement. So maybe there's some type of fear that you have here with making the wrong decision. But this is also in harmony with love. Okay, fear in that area dealing with making a wrong decision in love. Now here it says being unable, maybe you can't leave right now when it comes down to, but that can happen with money too though. I wish I probably would have said that. You know, when it comes down to money, maybe you aren't able to make, you know, certain decisions because you don't have the ability to. That could be it. Or maybe you are afraid to make the wrong decisions because, you know, you don't want to make the wrong choice because this can, you know, pretty much jack up your livelihood. But that also is in harmony with love. It's kind of like, again, unable to make a decision because you're concerned about other people's feelings. And I feel like that is possibly what you've experienced in the past, but also what you can experience in the future here, Virgo. I put this wasn't supposed to be here that close, but I wasn't paying attention. So the next card that's coming out here is the King of Pentacles. Now this is a really good energy. This says a compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded person. This says this could be a person that's going to come into your life, but it also talks about a time of great success, financial security, prosperity. Everything you touch will be beautifully supported. So it says a good person to work for. Also, this will be your boss. But I really do see that this has something to do with you. If you have been in very tight situations with money, whatever decision you make, you're going to go in a certain direction because you're going to be at a crossroad with making a decision about your working career and your finances. But according to this card, you guys are going to do very well financially, okay? Financial security and prosperity. But this could also be someone who's going to come in here and be, I like the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is someone who, like it says, accomplished. Someone who is honorable, who is loyal. They are very dedicated. They've taken time to build what they have. So this is not someone that will, you know, they're not, you know, on that silliness because they don't want anybody to destroy what they've built up. So I feel like this is going to be someone who's going to come in and they're going to be matching your frequency here. You could know them. You could, maybe not, but that's what I see. Now the next card that's coming out here is the Nine of Swords. Now we already talked about the fear of making the wrong decisions. We already talked about that. So you guys already know, right? It says expecting the worst, creating self-fulfilling prophecy. You guys have to get your mind right here because some of you guys could be sabotaging with this Nine of Swords, especially if it's saying self-fulfilling prophecy. So you have to be careful about that. It says, start to refocus your thoughts. This is interesting because that's a person. That's a completely different person. This is your energy, but this is also another person's energy. I feel like, let's say if you've been dating someone, let's say if you were with someone, there's a lot of worry in their energy. I see a lot of saboteur energy in there, with them. They're expecting the worst. It could be because of health. I feel like it could be a health condition. It could be money, but I don't know. I feel like it's health condition, but I also feel like it's because you're separated from someone. The reason why I say that is because I was about to actually hit the screen. You would have never seen it. The Ace of Swords is down. That's like an Ace of Swords. So there's obviously no communication with someone. So this is why I say it's a different person. You can be separated from someone and, there's no communication. Maybe there's no way for someone to communicate. And this is causing a lot of trouble in this person's mind. And they're thinking the worst, like, you don't want them anymore, you're going to move on. But I do feel like if it's a marriage energy, this really is about not so much that they are sad that they're not talking to you, it's about their money. And, it could be due to the fact that, there's a separation and you're not going to be able to get back together, especially with that Nine of Swords. I do feel like there could be just like irreparable damage done. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Irreparable. Yeah, okay. You guys get what I'm saying. Awakening. A temporary pause for reflection and insight. An awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Embrace your own uniqueness. And it says charitable action. So this is the Hangman. So this is saying that there's a pause in the energy. And that, that could be now, that could be in the future. A temporary pause. So something's not happening according to this card. Now that could be, again, remember when I say you could be separated from someone, but this could also be with money, because again, like I said, part of that Two of Swords is like you at a crossroad need to make a decision about your livelihood. Okay. Opportunities, what you're going to do to move forward, that type of thing. So I definitely see delays in that area. But if this is love, this to me is like there is nothing happening at this moment. Now, what we're going to do, like I said, money is going to get good though. Okay, I want you guys to not. I want to make sure you understand. Ooh, I want to make sure you guys understand what I mean when I say that. Sorry, I accidentally hit the camera. So let me go ahead. That's the only part about having the camera this way, like having to go around the camera kind of sucks because I want you to see that I'm shuffling, but I'm going to have to do it this way. All right, let's see what comes out. This is for Virgo. All right, so this is how it popped. So the Page of Pentacles came out in this position. So some of you guys could be in school right now. Money isn't great, especially with the Page of Pentacles. It's not. I mean, it's planting seeds, really. It's hard work, but not necessarily feeling like you're getting paid what you are like you're working really hard and you're like, I still don't have any money. Page of Pentacles. I'm working real hard. I still ain't got nothing. Okay, that's what I see. You could be assisted though, or some of you guys are going to be assisted. And I usually say that could be through the government, family, friends, lovers that can assist you. Okay. I'm going to show you this. Oops. So the next card you guys had is the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Now, this is letting me know that for a lot of you, if this had something to do with a relationship where someone was very sneaky, they were lying, okay, there was third parties, love triangles, that type of thing. Someone was influencing your relationship, and it could still be that issue in the future. But the thing is, the Seven of Swords is in reverse. It's about setting the record straight about the interference. So someone could be confessing, or maybe they're coming clean, and they're very remorseful about what they've done because things are not sweet for them right now. Okay, we see that before, or we already kind of mentioned that when I said that with that 9 of Swords, that someone is like, oh my God, you know, Virgo was not in my life. Okay, so we kind of saw that. Let's go ahead. Let's get your love cards. Let's see what's coming out here for you, Virgo. I'm going to do this in front of the camera. You guys have unseen factors. There's more to this love story, though you cannot see it right now. There's still much more to unfold. Let's get another one. Back and forth. Okay. And then you even had the rival at the bottom of the deck. They chose someone else over you, and though it wasn't what they wanted, they thought it was the right thing to do. So this is the thing. I feel like this is going to be an issue in the future, either now or in the future, because there is this back and forth energy that I'm seeing here. It says they are trying to make sense of this connection, but their emotions are swinging back and forth to the extremes. And this doesn't have to be the person coming in and out of your life. This could be their mood swings, right? But there is another person. We just talked about that, right? Like a third party influencing thing. We just talked about that. And this is what this is basically saying, right? That, you know, it says that they thought it wasn't, they chose someone else over you and thought it wasn't what they wanted. And though it wasn't what they wanted, they thought it was the right thing to do. This could be like a baby mama, baby dad issue, like someone that they have kids with or someone that they could be married to. Or this is your issue, right? This is like, well, I have to stick to my child's mother. I have to stick to my husband or whatever, my wife. But that's what I'm seeing. But there is definitely interference in your love life right now, Virgo. And it has caused a lot of emotional disconnect, imbalance, and a lot of sorrow from what I'm seeing. Virgo, this is just a very short reading, of course. You guys, I'm going to come back with a little bit more. I want to try to get the camera a little bit more stable. This was totally my fault because the way that I put the camera up here was just not right. So I see you guys back here again a little bit later. I'm going to have a few other videos that I'm going to be posting. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below in the description box. I love you guys. Bye.